bug that we had with features or with user stories that we now have with tasks. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at how we would sort this out and figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of there. I'm going to go ahead and look for all of my console logs so I can start fresh. I can remove that one. All right, let's refresh this page, make sure everything's good. All right, let's go to projects and add a key in there so we can stop getting this error. Let's do key equal to project.id. All right, now we're not getting that error. Perfect. All right, so if you look here, okay, of course, now we have more. Might as well, right? All right, feature modal 59. So the reason why we're getting this error is because we are mapping and then we don't do anything with we need to have a unique key on each thing. So we can do story.id to fix that. So let's refresh the page. All right, and now we have to go to the project page, find where we're mapping. All right, and then within this, we want to have a, let's do key equals feature.id. All right, let's refresh our page. And it looks like we have another mapping. Here we're mapping through columns. All right, so we want to go ahead and put key is equal to column dot sure name. Now if we refresh the page, perfect. All right, so I want to see what's going on here. So I have, this is my task, is going to be the task on my user story 6. And then we have task 1 and task 2 on there, okay? I don't have any tasks here, okay? That looks fine. No tasks here either, also looks fine. If it magically fixed itself, I'm gonna laugh. All right, let's try refreshing the page again and see what has happened. That looks fine. All right, well, seemingly my bug is gone. All right, we do have another one of these mappings. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Okay, let's refresh the page. All right. So what I'm going to do to test this is I want to console.log dev tasks. I'm going to show dev tasks. And then I'm also going to console.log tasks and tasks. All right. So I want to make sure that those are correct. Okay. So here I have dev tasks is going to be 1, right? And the dev tasks are going to be these 2. I close out of it. Let's clear this. I open this one. Okay. And now we see something with the dev task. Let's try to find it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. close out of it. Open this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None of them have it. All right, let's open this one and does not have it. Okay, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and add a dev task and see what happens, see if it, so we're adding it to user story 2. So we're gonna say task, user story, so we're task, it's gonna be user story 2, and it's gonna be in feature C. Create task. Okay, so that came up here. All right, under dev tasks. So I'm gonna close out of feature C, clear this because these aren't the same anymore. Then open it up. And we don't see our task here, but we should. And if we open this up, those look correct. Let's open this up. Those look correct. So this is kind of how we're debugging. We're just going through and we're looking, trying to see what everything is. All right. Let's open this up. All right, all of those are empty. Let's look at C again. C is empty, but if I refresh the page, now C has the task, okay? So something's not being updated correctly, all right? So let's go and look at the submit and see what we are setting. So we're setting tasks to be equal to response.data. Okay, so that is going to set which tasks is dev tasks. So that's going to set this state, okay? But this state isn't going to do anything because it's only going to do it while this is up, okay? Because the second this modal closes, right, then it's not we're not reloading the page, so we're not getting the new information, okay? So we need to make sure that we set the tasks higher within the line of things in order for this to work, okay? So let's see, when we load the page, I want to follow the data from there. So we're loading project ID, okay? And we are getting the project ID. So let's go look at what we're getting there. All right. So we're getting the project. Let's go look at that function. We're getting the projects from the user, and then we're filtering it based on the ID. All right, let's go look at the get user projects. Okay, and we're getting all of the information. Okay, that's pretty good. So I think what we want to do then to make this easiest and to kind of refactor the way we're doing our data, because at this point it's getting very messy, is we want to update the projects every time that we have anything being updated on this page, okay? So let's follow the line of thought through, okay? So we get onto the project page, okay? We're getting the loader data, all right? And we are setting project equal, so all right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna refactor this so that way I don't have to do this array thing, okay? So let's go to project services and we're gonna say find one. And it's mad. Okay, users projects. Okay, we don't want to find one. We want to find all the users projects. So now let's go over here and then we want to filter, okay, and we are going to, let's switch this to find, okay, and then let's take a look here at our data. Okay, our loader data here is an array. All right, let's refresh the page and let's take a look. Our loader data now is just the object, okay? So you can see that when you use filter, it knows that it could come up with multiple, so it puts it in an array. But when we use find, we're only using one. And so then it just gives us the data, okay? So now we can, instead of doing constant project equals data 0, we can just say const project is equal to use loader data, okay? Let's look at our project. And as project type. Let's refresh. Okay. So now we have const features, set features. And then that's going to be equal to project features. I'm trying to think if this is a good enough state here to carry us the rest of the way. I think we are going to leave this as, let's call this loader. Oh. All right. Let's do console log project again. I'm trying to figure out how I want to structure the data because I don't like how I have it right now. So I'm thinking, since we load the project in here like this, that I'm just going to edit. I'm going to always return the project, the updated project, and then set it here. Okay? All right, so then I'm going to want to do const project set project is equal to use state. Okay, I'm going to call this loader data, and I'm going to set it equal to loader data. All right. Why are you mad? Yes, but I didn't save it. Okay. So now we have our project at the very top level, okay? So then I'm not even going to set features here, okay? And I'm going to delete my selected, or I'm going to comment out my selected feature portion here, okay? So then I'm going to say project dot features dot map feature. All right, then let's comment this back in, and we're going to say project dot features at 0. All right, so then features is going to be equal to project dot features, and then we are going to have set project. Okay. So we're going to give that a try. Now let's go to the create feature accordion. Okay. So what I want to happen, okay. And I'm going to change this to set project and project. And this is going to be set project. Okay. Then instead of here, I'm going to put set project with the response.data. All right. What is it mad about? Project. Oh. Okay. So then on the back end, when we do create feature, we want to go and here, all right, we want to return the project then, okay? So we are going to we're going to get the user's projects. We are going to find the project that matches the project ID. If it exists, then we're going to create the feature. Okay, so let's go to, and then, but instead we're just going to create the feature. And then we are going to return await this dot project service dot get, I'm going to say get project by ID, and then I'm going to pass in project ID. Okay, that doesn't exist yet, but we can make it exist. All right, so we're going to do async get project by ID. ID is going to be a number. And then we're going to say return await this dot projects repository dot find one by, and then we're going to do where ID. Okay, and then let's copy our relations array and comma. All right, so then that should return the project by ID. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, let's go to create feature accordion, and then let's go ahead and console.log project, and we're going to say response.data. So we're going to add a feature, and then we're going to take a look at what happens to our project. Add a feature, right? So we're going to say feature D, description of feature D, create feature, and feature D pops up there. Our project also pops up, and now we have 5 features, including D, and D has no user stories. Okay? Perfect. So this looks good so far. All right. So now, if I click on feature D, okay, my feature D comes up, my description of feature D comes up, and then I have add user story. Okay, so I'm going to go try to go back. And we're going to go to our feature modal, because now we're on our feature modal. And that is from project. Okay. And I'm opening my water. You're hearing me do that. All right, and then we want to take a look at how we're passing the data in. Okay. Let's take a look up here. All right, so when we click on the project, we're setting the selected feature, okay? I think, so feature name, description, and feature ID is all based on selected feature, and then stories is based on that, because we're selecting one of the features, okay? Then we come in and user stories is based on stories, okay? So we are going to have our user stories details accordion and our create user story accordion. And so then this is where we are going to create our user story within the feature. Okay, so I want to pass then set project in there. Then I want to go accept it into feature modal. Set project, and then set project. Let's go to project and get what set project is. This here. And then let's add it to our set project. Let's import. Does not like that. All right, likes that one fine. Okay. It is mad at me at line 34. Oh, oops. I added that to the wrong line. Okay, so then we are going to go in. All right, I'm thinking that we should be able to comment this out, because the idea would then be that we map just through the stories. Okay. And then I think we should be able to comment this out, and the idea would that be there. All right, so then we want to do set project, and then let's go copy it. All right, and let's import. All right, and then we want to set project equal to The cool thing about making sure that you're going through your Git, like you're saving things and committing and you're working on branches, is that you can experiment like this and everything will be okay. So I'm deleting things, I'm changing things, but worst case scenario, I just throw away everything that I'm doing. All right, quick fix, add missing attributes. All right. I think it has to do with our props. All right. Okay. So now we are setting projects, setting the project on response. So we actually have to go to do the same thing that we did here. So we want to create the user story. Okay. And similar to here, we are just awaiting doing this. And then after that, we are going to return await this .project service .get project by ID, and then project ID. Okay, so let's give this a try. And let's go ahead and we want to console log project. And then we're going to console log response.data. All right, so we are adding, and we are going to say user story 1 on feature D on project A. This is the description of user story 1 on feature D on project A.